this type of teaching, even if it's for many people so eye-opening, at the end, eventually, there are really not many people who walk from beginning until end. And so that means from 1,000 people being exposed to this type of teachings, everybody likes it in the beginning. But from 1,000, there is that one who then really integrates all of this into his life. It becomes his life. And because it becomes his life, he can then start to share it out to more people.
Today's video was sponsored by Huel, a quick, affordable, nutritionally complete source of food with everything that your body needs. They've just sent me their new super greens. I'm going to be trying these out later on. If you want to find out more, head to the link in the description.
I mean, we're at the temple now, and this is what houses the teachings. Like, this is what houses spreading that message out, and this is how you do that. This building itself, it's a huge building. It cannot be cheap to run, and you know, obviously there's money, there's work, there's time, there's effort that goes into this. Today, it looks beautiful, and it's a work in progress always, as you've said, but talk to me about the hard times of being here.
Yeah, so actually, you see, first of all, it's a wooden building, which means that it was built, don't get me wrong, but I think it was before the 40s. Because when we later go inside, I can show you one sentence that is engraved into a wooden bar into that house. And I can translate it to you, but it says something like, if you're alone, you do not need to worry. Very short now. If you're alone, you do not need to worry. But that was written 1945, yeah, which means like in times of war. So there is a very strict, let's say, understanding behind that sentence. So based on that, it's a very, very old building, which is of course beautiful, but at the same time needs like super much of maintenance. Yeah, and not even talking about the isolation, because like I told you in the beginning, when we came here, that whole building was still running on oil, but it was just really impossible for us to pay that oil bill. So the only chance that we had was to rebuild that heating system to heat up on wood, because we still had some wood, let's say, that we could use to heat up. And so this is what we did. But now, meanwhile, 2022, everything just raised in price. But yeah, it's small things that sometimes just add up, that just makes it necessary to take care of. And then also right now over here, if you see, we had to cover the whole roof with some foil in order that the rain doesn't drop into our living spaces. And of course, it's all in a way planned to take care of, but it is unfortunately not so easy sometimes, especially not here in Germany, because we applied already for new ideas, how to renew the roof and all of this, but you need an approval for everything. So first of all, at the moment, sometimes we really have to, let's say, fight in written words, fighting with letters, you know, in terms of getting things done like this. So therefore, we have an office that nobody sees in a way. Yeah, so we have people every day taking care of all the emails that come in, all the administrative issues that need to be solved while running, let's say, this organization. And then at the same time, we have the people that now on a regular basis just really have to take the axe in the hand and chop the wood. Because without that wood, we're all gonna freeze. Yeah. So in order for the ones that are sharing like the different teachings, the philosophical aspects of it, the things that people sometimes like to hear. In order for us to be able to do of that, there's a huge amount, a whole crowd behind us that is taking care of many other things. Yeah, and unfortunately, I think it was 2 winters before, we had one pretty big tree, one of the tall ones up there, falling onto the roof. And we fixed it as good as we could for this moment, but sooner or later these are also small things that need to be repaired. Yeah.
Huel have just sent me their new daily greens. If you want to find out more, head to the link down below. It's the most convenient way of getting everything that your body needs. It takes 10 seconds to prepare. I'm now going to hit this every single morning along with one of their shakes throughout the day. That saves me so much time when we're flying around the world with all our equipment, we're doing these podcast episodes, to know that I can get all of this nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins in 10 seconds is mind-blowing. So if you want to find out more, head to the link down below where you can get Huel. Did I mention that it's absolutely delicious? Because it really is absolutely delicious. All of their products are down below.
I think that's the thing, is a lot of people, they hear the message, they see the message, and they forget that you guys need to survive to maintain that message. You guys have to live at the bare minimum, but hopefully live to a good enough quality of life that it's comfortable, but then also maintain the actual temple itself. So in terms of like the people who come through and help, like, do you recruit for people who are going to be able to help fix a roof, or is it just like everyone kind of joins in and helps out?
So the nice part is that, for example, also thanks to this exposure that we also have, like from you, yes, there are people contacting us to actually ask if they can support somehow with volunteering work. And so many people that spend some time with us here, that sometimes stay for 3 months, 6 months even. We have volunteers, the one who's taking the videos. He's here now almost since 3 years. Yeah, and he also grew into this community. We all together figured out a place where he feels fine, something that he likes to do, and that also gives him some type of purpose and understanding that the work that he's doing, the time that he's investing, it's not for nothing. Yeah. So, and therefore, there are volunteers which are supporting us with all different type of skills, whatever they have. If they have learned electrician in the past, it's something useful we can use. If somebody can build roofs, that's also welcome. So that means we have the group of volunteers. Then we have other groups which are then, for example, disciples. They are the ones starting from 1st of January, let's say, and then they are dedicating 1 year, first of all, to fully immerse themselves in the Shaolin teachings, which means a disciple, when he comes here, he's being set free in a way from many things, let's say, financially wise, that we need in order to support all of this. The disciples are not a part of, let's say, earning the money. They are the ones receiving the teachings that with all of the money which is earned is making it sustainable so that they can learn. Yeah. And yeah, this is the group of disciples. Because like I said, in order for them to really efficiently learn for some time, we want them to focus on just the teaching and not on how to maintain this way of life. And then, of course, we have like the guests that come, let's say, either for like the 6 days or like the weekend, the 3 days, like you also just saw inside. This is another group again of people that is in a way connected to this monastery. Yes. And then we have the local ones, like Carl, who just came, who like donated us like the vegetables. They always come for the public classes that sometimes take place. So already when we speak about this location right now over here, we already have 4 or 5 different groups or categories of people actually coming. So, and now this is what is taking place over here. And since the last few years, I have to say, now the amount of requests to bring these teachings, let's say, also a little bit outside of this region has also increased, which means that I just told you I was on travel quite a lot this year, and just 3 weeks ago also like in Abu Dhabi. And yeah, those are all like requests, or these are all types of possibilities when people call us to share the knowledge outside. And therefore there are workshops that we are organizing outside of Europe internationally. There are different keynote speeches sometimes, even all these TEDx talks, yeah. And maybe people should also know that, at least me, I didn't get paid for the TEDx talk. I don't know how it is with the other ones. But you know, the main idea was, I know TEDx has a huge platform and it's good to share the message, because eventually it will always be the same. The initial spark of inspiration is hitting a lot of people. Yeah, but inspiration 1 day, 2 days, then the inspiration is gone. That spark is gone. And then the question is, who afterwards then remains still with this idea? Okay, it's interesting, I want to know more. And like this, like a natural separation takes place. Yes, and sometimes people, they don't know, but even this type of teaching, even if it's for many people so eye-opening, but at the end, eventually, there are really not many people who walk from beginning until end. And so that means from 1,000 people being exposed to this type of teachings, everybody likes it in the beginning. But from 1,000, there is that one who then really integrates all of this into his life. It becomes his life. And because it becomes his life, he can then start to share it out to more people. So that means for me, it is like I see every year thousands and thousands of people that I either talk to, where I travel somewhere, or people that come over here. And the only thing I can do is I can always just give out that seed as good as I can. But at the same time, I know from all those thousands I give out, only one is somewhere there, and I don't even know who it is and where he is and whatever, yeah. So this is also the part where, in a way, it is like you wake up every day and invest into something, but you don't know when the fruit is going to come. I know there's one fruit out there, but I don't know where.